In a quiet village nestled between hills and rivers, there lived a man named Obina. He was a strong farmer, respected in his youth, and married to a gentlewoman named Nneka. For years, Nneka prayed for the sound of a child's laughter in their home, but the gods remained silent. After pressure from his kinsmen and his own restless spirit, Obina took a second wife, Edeora. A woman sharp with her tongue and proud in her steps. Barely a year into the marriage, Edeora gave birth to a healthy baby boy. Obina danced in joy, killing a goat and sharing palm wine with the entire village. From that moment, his heart turned cold towards Nneka. She became the servant of the compound. He barked orders at her. She cooked for him and Edeora, fetched water from the stream, and washed their clothes. Obina only visited her room to insult her, or worse, to demand his rights as her husband. Edeora, feeling victorious, took every opportunity to mock Nneka. Even her child, Chibuzo, learned to look down on Nneka and spit in the direction of her room. But the gods are not blind. One moonless night, Nneka felt a stirring within her. Months later, she gave birth to a quiet, thoughtful boy with eyes like the morning sky. She named him Somadina, may I not be alone. Obina was glad to have another son, but his heart still belonged to the first. At least I have 2 sons now, he said, with no joy in his eyes for Nneka. Edeora, however, saw Nneka's child as a threat. She whispered poison into Chibuzo's ears, raising him to hate his half-brother. Nneka raised Somadina in love, in truth, and in humility. Never let hatred grow in your heart, she would say, as they peeled cassava together. Years passed. A great famine struck the village, and Obina's barns grew empty. Hunger wore down his pride, and illness crept into his bones. One rainy night, with both wives beside him, he coughed his last breath. As tradition demanded, Chibuzo, the first son, inherited everything, his father's lands, tools, and compound. Nneka and Somadina were pushed into a small back room near the broken wall. Edeora ensured they were treated like strangers in their own home. Somadina went to the farm hungry, returned to cruel words, and often shared his only yam with his mother. But Nneka never let bitterness bloom. One harmattan morning, as the cold wind whistled through cracks in their mud wall, she sat her son down. Somadina, my son, it is time. Time for what, Mama? He asked, eyes wide. You must go to the Forest of Ezumezu. Somadina dropped the firewood in his hands. Ezumezu. Mama, that forest follows people. No one comes out. I know, she whispered. But I also remember what my mother told me before she died. That the forest gives to those with clean hands and good hearts, and takes from the wicked. I've watched you grow. You are ready. Tears brimmed in her eyes. I don't want to lose you. But I cannot watch you die slowly here, treated like dust. Somadina sat quietly, then reached for her hands. I trust you, Mama. If you believe this path is mine, I will walk it. Before dawn, he packed a small bag, some gari, smoked fish, a calabash of water, and his flute. He hugged his mother tightly. She placed her hands on his head and prayed in a low, trembling voice. Let Ezumezu see his soul, not his skin. Let the spirits show him mercy. Let the winds guide his steps home. Then, with the rising sun behind him, Somadina walked into the whispering trees of Ezumezu, not knowing what awaited him inside.